I conceded and agreed to sticking with blue. Mum chooses me a little white vest also with pale blue lacy trim which, compared to the knickers, is relatively understated. But things soon got worse as she spent several uncomfortable minutes choosing me a suspender belt. Initially I didn't know what they were for and I wish I hadn't asked. To hold your stockings up, she told me. She found one with satin bows over each of the clips in the same shade of pale blue and heeded the assistant's advice and bought me a pack of 3 pairs of white stockings that consisted of a plain 30 denier pair, a 2 15 denier pairs, one with little love hearts on and one with little bows on, just like those on my dress. In the footwear section, she took my socks from me and chose me a suitably prissy pair of shoes, made me try them on. I reluctantly agreed to having the pale blue ballet shoes which also have a bow detail on the toe as I feared I'd only end up with heels if I didn't. I also wanted this ordeal to be over with sooner rather than later and footwear is the last thing on the list. Or so I thought. No. It turns out that I also need something for my hair and a handbag. Of course I tried to get out of having to have a handbag too, but Mum told me I needed one. What for? I asked. Mum told me it's so I've got something to keep my things in. What things? I whined. When she listed a spare pair of stockings and a clean pair of knickers, a handkerchief and maybe a lipstick and vanity mirror, I reminded her that this is all only for a few hours. I won't need any of that stuff for one party. I claimed. Well, it's better to have and not need than to need and not have, she replied. Choosing my handbag was easy as there was only one that features the same shade of blue as my dress. I recalled seeing a similar one in Peter's bedroom as I tried it on, i.e. slung it over my shoulder and let it hang on my hip. Choosing something for my hair took a lot longer. Mum put numerous headbands, hairbands, hair slides and hair clips on me before settling on a pair of slides with a pale blue satin bow on each. Mum thanked the assistant for their help, before handing over all our purchases. I think John will have the embroidery option too, she said, before taking me and my dress back to the changing room on the ground floor. The only good thing that's happened since I stepped inside this ghastly shop named Angelic Pretty is the fact that my mother let me change back into my own clothes. I carried the big pink branded bags back to the car and a group of kids yelled, "Hey, look, he's been to Angelic Pretty, woo-hoo-hoo." They laughed and pointed and teased me. Mum told me to take no notice and told me that they're just the sort of boys who need to be petticoated. I don't think anyone needs it, I said. Especially people like me and Peter who've done nothing wrong. I mumbled as I got in the car. Mum didn't reply to my point, but she did ask if I was hungry and suggested KFC, McDonald's, a pizza maybe, or fish and chips by the sea, she suggested. I was hungry but didn't really have an appetite. My tummy is in knots as I try to come to terms with all the things I've just been bought, and the thought of actually wearing them on Tuesday is something beyond. I wonder if Peter's been to Angelic Pretty and assume that he has. Probably on numerous occasions, I think, as I recall his rail full of dresses. I stare out of the window towards the sea and try to think of other things as we take the slow coastal route back to Ferrum. Here, we stop for fish and chips and eat al fresco on a bench overlooking Portsmouth Harbour. Are you looking forward to Peter's party on Tuesday? Mum asked. Not really, I replied. Well, just remember that it's not about you, it's about Peter. It's his birthday, so I want you to be nice, not whine and moan about having to wear a dress the whole time, she advised. Tuesday will be the first time you've had to wear a dress, but if your behavior and attitude is anything other than positive, it certainly won't be the last. Do you understand? She asked. I gulped and said I did. Mum took the big pink carrier bag from me the moment we entered our home. I wasn't sure what she'd done with it, but was relieved to find the dress not hanging in my wardrobe or the knickers in my underwear drawer.